Okay, friends, we are going to talk about blended learning. I want to know what you love about it, what you think can be improved, your overall thoughts on blended learning so that we can make it better for next year. Remember, this was our pilot year. You guys were the first class to try it out, so we want to hear your thoughts, okay? So, I want to just ask a question. When I ask a question, you can answer it. You can add on to someone else's answer. You can agree with someone else, or you can ask a different question. If you have a question for me, you can certainly ask a question, okay? Anything you feel like you want to say in this time, it is your time to share your thoughts about blended learning. Whoever has this microphone is the only one speaking, and I need you to respect those who are speaking. Okay? So, friends, I'm just going to ask one question, and I want you to think, and then I'll start handing around the talking stick for today. What are your overall thoughts about blended learning? Overall, did you love it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? And tell me why. Don't just tell me I loved it or I didn't like it, but tell me why. I see a couple thumbs already, so I'll start with those who are ready. Can you pass that down to Gabriel, please?
I didn't like blended learning because in Nexia, when you do something wrong, it makes you restart back.
So you feel like it creates extra work almost? Okay, that's fair.
I think in Nexia, I don't really like it because the levels are hard and when you when you really know you think you got it right, you just restart the whole thing like Gabriel said. Just restart the whole thing. Did you listen?
I was kind of in between. I liked blended learning overall, but it was stretching my mind, which I liked, but I would get frustrated sometimes. Can you pass it down to Terrence?
I didn't like Lexia because once you do the first half on all the things, on second half you're just doing the same thing, but just with basically the same thing. It's not doing anything.
I didn't really like Lexia because it wouldn't challenge me. It was just like the same thing over and over and over again that I've already learned.
I like blended learning Dreambox because whenever you get 2 levels completed, it always gives you a game, but sometimes it gives you a game like really boring sometimes.
I want to add on to you, Scotty. I like blended learning because after 2 levels or something, blended learning Dreambox, because after 2 levels, after you finish 2 levels, it refreshes your mind with the game.
So it gives you a little break?
Yeah.
I like Mayan better than the rest of the programs because you do nothing but read and then you only answer 5 questions and then once in a while you get a benchmark. But I still like it better than the other ones.
What do you like most about, we'll start with Lexia. What do you like most about Lexia? Ethan. Can you hand that down to Ethan?
like most about Lexia that there's 5 games,
What those games?
but not games, like reading, and they just give you things that you complete.
Does he mean levels or circles?
So you like the assignments on Lexia? Okay. Alina, I think had a thumb up. No. Anyone else want to share what they like most about Lexia? Marquez hasn't spoken yet. Thank you.
What I like about Lexia is when you go on to a new level, because when you do a second half, it's teaching you the same thing over and over again.
What do you like most? What do you like most about Dreambox, other than the games? I want to hear about your mentality, what you learned. Did it challenge you? What did you like most about Dreambox?
What I like most about Dreambox is that it gives you different things, and it has like all these other it has all these other different things to do, activities, and yeah, pretty much.
I like how it's challenging me and how it's like doing multiplication and division facts that I have to think about and take my time.
I think as a teacher, one thing I really like about Dreambox is that every single time I taught a math lesson, you guys would be like, oh, I did that on Dreambox, I did that on Dreambox, and you could even tell me which lesson it was. So I like the fact that what you're learning in class is what you practice on Dreambox, and what you learn on Dreambox is what we practice in class. I think they like pretty much align with each other. I really like that. Let's pass it down to Nate. He hasn't spoken yet.
What I like about Dreambox is that when you do something, it doesn't make it really boring. It's kind of fun what you do. Matthew?
The thing I like about Dreambox is it doesn't just all of a sudden just give me an easy one. But sometimes I get really bored when I'm just typing an answer.
For those of you who have already started Mayan, what do you like most about Mayan? Ella.
I like that Mayan, all you do is read, and that's one of my favorite things. That's one of my hobbies.
It's fine in the calendar.
The favorite thing about Mayan is that you could always look up things like your favorite hobbies, and you get to read all about it, and the scary stories.
What I like most about Mayan is reading and reading and picking out your own books, because on Lexia you don't get to pick out your own books. They make you read books, and on Mayan you get to pick your favorite books and whatever you want.
I like Mayan because it lets you choose out the books you think are entertaining, and it's either you like them or not.
I like Mayon because the scary stories. Ever since I read my first scary story, I've been reading a lot more scary stories. I like how when you read a book, there's sound to it.
Chuck agrees. Friends, I have one last question. Do you have any questions about Blended? How to make it better? How to change something? Do you have any questions at all? Please make sure it's appropriate.
I think something that you need to change is that you don't restart the whole assignment again, all over again.
Liliana?
I think something that could, one question that I have is why does sometimes on Dreambox, once, I got a question right, and then it started going back on what I had in the rectangle, and then all of a sudden it just said complete.
So maybe why does it do that?
Sometimes I have a glitch where I just only have to do like 3 problems, and then it's like complete, and I'm like, that's not even a challenge. Oh yeah.
Aaliyah?
Maybe when when you on Dreambox, when you get it wrong, it could just stay where it's at and not go back.
Scotty,
I think I have a question on Dreambox. Sometimes when you complete a level and there's only a little bit space, sometimes it looks like it's finished, but it doesn't. It looks like you have like 15 problems or 20 problems in one level.
Marquez has a question.
You can make Lexia more fun by taking out the second half because it's doing the same thing over and over again.
Friends, I appreciate your feedback on all of the blended learning. I know that it's been a long year learning these programs, trying to figure it out, waiting for me or Mrs. Ness to come and help you or solve a problem or a glitch, so I appreciate your patience. And we appreciate your feedback because we are going to get better and better at this. So I appreciate all that you have to say. Okay?